and I can guarantee, sweet and citrus, it's absolutely perfect. Hello, I'm Malika from the National Space Centre, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a citrus curd with a science twist. Now at the National Space Centre, one of the most asked questions is, what do astronauts eat? It's not the most asked question, because that is, how do astronauts go to the toilet? And if you want the answer to that question, go and visit our website and we tell you exactly how they go to the toilet. We're really lucky at the National Space Centre to have an amazing collection of food items, some of which date back to really early Soviet and US space race, and some are a little bit more recent, from Tim Peake's very own Principia mission. Astronauts have a daily menu that has been created to ensure that they get all the nutrition that they need to keep their bodies strong in space. Teams work really hard to make sure they get those minerals and all the nutrients that they need. But just remember that astronauts have a really bad problem in space. It's like having a head cold, which means they can't taste anything. It's all the mucus that builds up at the back of their nose and throats, which is why they eat a lot of spicy food. Some of the items we have in our collection were created for Tim Peake to take into space by Heston Blumenthal, the very famous chef. And these are what they call bonus items, and they're really about boosting morale. One of the bonus items was Yorkshire tea in a pouch. Now I'm going to be showing you how to make something that was taken by Tim, that's the lime curd, but I'm going to be using a few simple science twists. Now lime curd is brilliant for that head cold that we talked about earlier, because it's sweet and it's citrus, so it can cut through and you can taste it. Also, lime curd has that gloopy nature, which is great when playing with your food, because let's face it, if we were in microgravity, we'd all do the same. Now, a little known fact, limes are really important for explorers and travellers. In fact, limeys was a derogatory term that was associated with the British Royal Navy because they took limes to put in the daily grog ration. And in fact, it was the vitamin C that helped prevent scurvy. To make our citrus curd, you will need 200 grams of sugar, the finely grated zest of 3 lemons or limes, and you can use either or mix them. I've mixed them here. 3 eggs, 240 millilitres of freshly squeezed lemon or lime juice, and finally 120 grams of melted butter. So I said this was going to be really simple, and it is. All you need to do is put everything into a large microwavable bowl. That's the important bit, you must be able to put this in the microwave. And there go our eggs. And finally, that precious lemon and lime juice. And then it's just a case of mixing it all together. Make sure, obviously, that you break your egg yolks, and you just want to combine it . And that's it. So the next stage is to take this over to the microwave, and what we're going to do is we're going to microwave it for short 1-minute blasts, because you don't want scrambled egg. But let's face it, you don't want to sit and watch me do that for 3 or 4 minutes. It's not the most scintillating way to spend your day, and unfortunately I do not have a super speedy lever like Tom does, but I do have access to Sophie. Now Sophie's going to tell you all about microwaves in space, so over to you, Sophie.
When you cook things in a microwave, you're actually cooking with light. Not visible light, like the light that we can see. In fact, there are many different types of light, and they form something called the electromagnetic spectrum. Light travels as a wave, and that means that different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum have different wavelengths, and those wavelengths correspond to the energy of that wave. The shorter the wavelength is, the higher the energy is. And microwaves have much longer wavelengths than visible light. Different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum, different types of light, have different properties associated with these energies. And so we can use them in space research to find out different things about our universe. And microwaves are particularly interesting. You can point your microwave telescope in any direction and you will pick up a very faint microwave radiation signature. We call this the cosmic microwave background radiation. And it's basically the radiation, the light left over from the Big Bang. Right, that's our science interval done. Back to Malika.
That's brilliant, thank you Sophie. So here it is, our citrus curd is finished. It's had 3 1-minute sessions in the microwave, and in between each session we mixed it thoroughly to make sure that we didn't get those scrambled eggs. And as you can see, we dip a spoon in and it's coating the back of the spoon, so that's the right consistency, and I can guarantee, sweet and citrus is absolutely perfect. I've just put it into a sterilised jar here, and all you need is an adult to help at this stage by pouring boiling water into the jar to make sure it's clean, and then a nice tight seal, and you can keep that in your fridge for up to 2 weeks. Now, as I said, that citrus curd is really tasty, but don't worry, in 2 weeks you can use it on putting it on toast, you can make lemon meringue pie, you can pour it over ice cream, and if you want to go back to the microwave, you can even make a lemon microwave mug cake, which is fantastic. Now, if you have a go at making it, please do share your pictures or videos. We'd love to see what you make. And next week, come back and we'll see what else we can make from our collection. Maybe something from the Soviet era, from a tube. I'm sure that would be really tasty. Other than that, please do stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon.